is Colton.
Yeah.
What is your name?
My name is Tiffany.
Nice to meet you, Tiffany.
Yeah, me too.
Can you show me your identification card, please?
Sure, here it is.
Thank you. What does your name mean?
I think it means that is the mind, the heart of a person that always don't think about bad things. It's just I think my parents want me to become that person. Always think about the good thing, make good thing for others. Like that.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Um, well, to start out our interview, I'd like to ask some questions about transportation and traffic in your hometown.
Alright.
So my first question is, where is your hometown?
My hometown is Hà Tĩnh province, a province in the north of central Vietnam.
Okay. And could you describe how the traffic is where you live?
In my hometown, it is a countryside of Vietnam, so the traffic there is not crowded as a big city. It's just have there are just some motorbikes and bicycles move in the street, and rarely there are some cars too.
Okay. And what form of transportation is the best to go around your city?
Yeah, I think it's the best that you move with a bike because it's countryside, and the street is not too large for a car. So because it's the so if you go with a bike, it'll be really safe for environment and you can breathe the fresh air and do some exercise for yourself, I think.
Awesome. Okay, I have some feedback for the first part. Usually, almost always, I would say when we refer to countryside, we say the countryside. So I think you said I'm from a countryside in Vietnam,
Okay.
and you can say I'm from the countryside.
Thanks.
The word bicycles,
Mhm.
the emphasis is on the first syllable, bicycles, bicycle.
Okay, bicycle.
And the last pronunciation point, the word with,
Mhm.
to really pronounce the th sound at the end.
With.
With.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. For part 2, I will give you a topic, and
Yeah.
you have a minute to prepare, organize your thoughts, and then you'll be able to speak on the topic for
Mhm.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
And the topic is an enjoyable hobby or sport. So I'd like you to describe a hobby you do, or a game or sport that you enjoy playing. And you should say what kind of game, hobby, or sport it is, with whom you play it, where you play it, and explain why you enjoy playing it. So I'll give you this to look at, and you have a minute. Alright, that's your minute. So I'd like you to describe a hobby you do, or a game or sport that you enjoy playing.
Yeah. The hobby I really love doing is jogging. I love jogging, and I usually do jogging. I don't really buy a pair of an expensive pair of shoes to do jogging. I just wear my sandals and then go on for a jog. And I don't go with anyone. I just do it on my own. but I would like to have a partner because I think that'll make like my journey will be more interesting. And like whenever I lose my like motivation, the partner will be the one that enhance it. Yeah, and I usually jog around the place that I live. Like when I was living in my hometown, I usually just walk around my house or in the maybe 2 kilometers from my house in the riverside in the morning. And when I studying at Hama village, I usually walk around around the other hills. Uh, yeah, in the morning I usually do go jogging in the morning because I really love the fresh air in the morning, and also I can like watch the sunrise, and I really love nature, so that is another benefit of jogging. So I start jogging because the first reason is I am a little bit overweight, so I want to lose weight. But then the second important reason is I want to like improve my health. Um, yeah, and the last, yeah, I already said that is like I love nature, so I when I walk around I can like enjoy the nature. Um, yeah, and then when in the past I have the intent to um, to to go jogging for a really long time, but actually I still cannot like do it regularly. Mm, maybe because I'm lazy or something like that. Sometimes because I'm a little bit lazy, busy, and in the so in the past I have a period that I that I jog. I go jogging for like
I'm gonna
4 months.
cut you off on time. It's been
Okay,
a few
thank you.
minutes already. Um, I only have a couple feedback points. Um, in a more natural way to say do jogging is just to use the verb to jog.
Mhm.
I jog. I go jogging. You said take a jog, and that's correct too. But do jogging is not as natural as just using the verb.
Okay.
And I only heard you say one thing that was grammatically incorrect, which is when I studying at Hama.
Mhm.
The past continuous form when I was
Yes.
studying. So you forgot the was
Mhm.
verb. And we'll move on to the last part of the interview. I'll ask you some questions about changes and competitiveness in games.
Mhm.
Mm. The first question is, why do you think children like playing games?
All right. I think children love playing games um, because they are just children, so they love playing. So I don't think that it's particular games or something. Maybe another thing they all like playing, but the another thing, the another reason that I think my children love playing game is that they are competitive, and like even though they are children, they are human, and I think to some extent human instinct have their have the need for competitive, so they like to compete with others. So so do the children.
Okay. And my last question is, why is competition often seen as important in today's society?
Can you repeat the question?
Why is competition often seen as important in today's society?
Okay, so I think in the earth now the population is going to like explode. There are more than 7 billion people in the world, so everyone wants to have a good life and so that but the resource, natural resource, and another resources is not enough. So people, I think they need to compete with others um, to have like to have enough resource for them to live. And so they usually like try to win, try to study hard to be the most excellent student in university, maybe to like to have a lot of money, to have good life, so that they can have like a lot of things like money, houses, or like cars, things like that.
Okay, thanks. I have just a couple feedback points. One correction I have, one thing you said is everyone want, and there once, yeah. And then pronouncing the word win, you
Win.
said win, and it's win.
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 Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.